Hey everybody, my name is Kyle. I am based out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada here. This will be my first attempt at a YouTube channel here. So my channel is called Track2Bush. Pretty easy to get, going to the racetrack, also going overlanding camping, get the hence the bush portion of that. So just to get started here, a little about the history of myself. Growing up in Calgary, Alberta, and huge into cars. That's what's got me started with everything here. Owned about 23, 24 cars, range from trucks and little beat up rust buckets to just some pretty cool 90s cars. The current one I have right now is a 1998 Toyota Soarer, factory 5-speed. So that's pretty cool. But going back, what's got me really started was actually going to my first drift event in Calgary at the old Bray City. Followed some of the drivers there, and then I got the urge to go down to Seattle to watch my first Formula Drift event. And ever since there, I've been hooked on drifting. Got my first rear-wheel drive car. That was a 1988 FCRX7 S4 model. Not in the best shape, but hey, it was cool. I was 16 years old at the time and absolutely loved it. Had that for about, I think, a year and a half, and then I blew the engine out of it while still in high school, but I managed to save enough money and got a really good deal on a 1991 Toyota Soarer factory R154. Very clean car. It was the dark green. The only things that it had, or that I did to it there, was TSW wheels and HSD coilovers. Put the car on the ground basically, so I thought that would be sweet. Learned that it was very difficult to drive after doing that, and it just had a 3-inch turbo back exhaust, which I don't think any of my neighbors or my parents enjoyed. Moving on from there, I owned that for a couple of years and then ended up selling it. Took a little break from cars and just drove some regular trucks and cars just to get by. And then I got a really good deal on a 1991 FCRX7 S5. It came out of California. Very clean car, absolutely loved it. Over the past, I think I owned that for about 5-6 years. And I did a BN rep kit on it. It looked pretty good. I got a really good deal on it off a parts car. Did a Big Country Labs wing. I think that wing personally looks the best on the FCRX7s. And then I did ES2 Varstone wheels. I think they were 18 by 10.5 in the rear and 18 by 9.5 in the front. So those were cool. And then 50 mil Origin rear fenders, which with ISR coilovers. Drove that for a while with that setup, and then ended up blowing the clutch out of it. But I was currently in college, so I couldn't afford to replace it. Finished school and actually got a job with a dealership in Calgary here, and saved up enough money to get a really good deal on this current Toyota Soarer. This one's a 1998 Toyota Soarer. It's got the 1JZ VVTi engine in it, and it is actually a factory R154 car again. So I've been pretty lucky to own 2 of these vehicles, and this one is fairly rare because it's got the all black interior, which I absolutely love, and I don't think I'd ever trade it. Traded for another car. The previous Soarer that I had the all gray, which just felt like an old man's vehicle. Moving on from here, we'll be going to the bush side of the channel, and that's going to be overlanding. Haven't done much of it. I'm really just starting to learn. I got into it about a year and a half ago, just while scrolling through YouTube, and came across a channel called Expedition Overland. I watched all their seasons that they have on there, and it got me itching to go camping more. I've always been huge into camping, with like tent camping and everything like that. Try and go at least a couple times every summer with some buddies. But this year I went a little bit more extreme. I bought a 2013 Nissan Frontier and added a lift level kit to it, all-terrain tires, and actually I did a Smitty built Overland XL tent with a custom bed rack system on it. I'll go into more detail on that in a later video here, probably in the next couple of weeks. I'll go over the whole truck, as I'll be hitting May long weekend here, and with my cousin we're going to do about 4 days of camping out in the Cypress area No campsites, nothing like that, so it's all free besides all the gear that we got to bring. So I'm really excited for that, to bring you guys along on my start to overlanding. I've also got a really big trip coming up in about 42 days. Yes, I got the time countdown, counting down the days here. I'll go into more detail on that one as well in a later video, which I'll post about that trip, which I'm doing with my cousin. I hope everybody enjoys this channel. This is my first attempt at YouTube, so please give me a chance here. I'm not super comfortable in front of the camera, but I'm sure I will learn and adjust. Videos will probably be, I think, maybe one a week, 2 a week, depending on what my work schedule looks like here and how busy we are. But I'll upload as much as possible. You can follow my Instagram pages. I've got one for overlanding. It's called Frontier Overland. I will tag it below, and then my actual personal channel, which I will link, or my actual Instagram with all my car stuff on there, I will link below as well, so you can check that out. Give me a follow. Yeah, and if there's anything else you would like to see, please comment below and let me know how I'm doing. Thanks, everybody.